Now today's focus, and to Nigeria, where there have been 1,600 attacks on oil and gas installations over the past year alone. But why? Well, local people living in the Delta state, where many installations are located, have been left feeling they've been dealt a serious injustice. A lack of jobs with infrastructure in disarray has left frustrated locals taking it out on the installations. And as the government has sat down with militants to try to solve the problem, well, another group of militants has just sprung up elsewhere. Our correspondents Moise Gomes and Rosie Collier sent us this report.
This shoe shop has just opened for the day. This is Warri, the capital of Delta State. Faith is a petroleum engineer. She's been unemployed for over a year.
I had a lot of experience, a lot of practicals, which I said, okay, coming back to my country, this is going to be used in my country because of the knowledge and the experience I've gotten back in United Kingdom. That the privilege is not being given to me to be used because where will I use it? No companies employed me.
Just like Faith, thousands of youths in the Niger Delta are unable to get work in the petroleum sector. Multinational oil and gas majors operate here, but most people are afflicted by the curse of oil. This perceived injustice has persuaded some locals to turn to militancy and to attack key installations. Nonviolent activism is also embraced here. The Etisekeris are an ethnic group from the oil-producing Niger Delta. The National Association of Etisekeri Graduates is a pressure group agitating for better living conditions. And as the name suggests, they also want more of their members to work for multinational oil companies that operate here.
You understand, council, we can even shut down the place. Minus protest, we can shut it down legally. We go to Federal High Court, get a restraining order that they should not open this place until they treat those issues, because they are vital to the existence of the community, to the indigenes. And the place is heavily polluted night and day.
These mangrove swamps lead to many of the region's oil and gas installations. They are also home to millions of people here in the Niger Delta. It can take up to 6 hours to reach the most isolated communities in the region. But these activists are undeterred.
My expectation is that I will have a first-hand information on the way the state of the community as at today. I will be able to get the first-hand information and see in reality what they are going through.
One of the major arteries of the oil and gas in this region is the Escravos export terminal. Millions of barrels of oil and thousands of cubic meters of gas are exported from here every year. It was also a port of call for slave traders in the 18th century who loaded their human cargo and transported it to the Americas. Today, around 15,000 people live in the surrounding communities. In August, this was the site of a protest against the US oil major Chevron. Although protesters eventually backed down, the root causes of the unrest remain unchanged.
If someone's about to die here, there's no access for doctors or anyone. They said they want to build a new city for us. They didn't do it. What they're doing is what pleases them.
The majority of inhabitants here live in makeshift shacks. Many dream of being contracted by Chevron or one of its subsidiaries. The US firm exports between 100,000 and 200,000 barrels of oil from here every day. Despite the fall in the price of oil over the past 2 years, Nigeria continues to generate around 60% of its revenue from black gold. An hour boat ride from Escravos, Toble has seen a mass exodus in recent years. There are very few ways to make a living here. This is the only clinic in the village.
I'm so angry because the thing is too bad that in this big community, somebody will just come and put etc. Name that there is etc. here, but it's just building. Nothing apart from the building, no even paracetamol, nobody to give you the paracetamol inside this place. So it's bad.
White elephant projects like these are emblematic of the decay in the Niger Delta. They are often financed by the oil and gas sector, but lack sustainability. Chevron refused several requests for an interview, but Chevron did meet with members of the National Association of Etisekeri Graduates at their headquarters in Lagos.
Chevron always tell you they will look into your problem, and when you leave, they don't treat it again. They've had series of agreements with the Shekeri people, which they renege on. So I hope that in this case, it will lead to more positive steps for us.
The National Association of Sestili graduates did eventually stop its protest against Chevron, but tensions remain high and a new wave of agitation could sweep away the relative calm, especially if these graduates don't get to put their skills to use in an industry that has made a select few Nigerians very rich.
Special report there from Nigeria for today's focus.